Hey everyone, it's Miss Garcia filling in for Coach Johnson today. He's out, but he did want to make sure that you had a good understanding of the project that is due this Friday, and so I offered to give you a quick walkthrough of it. So you'll find the project information under third 9 weeks, the week of February 1st, and then it's going to be the Tuesday, February 2nd through Friday, February 5th folder. For the virtual students, all your attendance will also be in this folder during the week. They'll pop up daily so that you can complete them. But everything you need is going to be in this particular folder for the project. So, of course, you have Mr. Johnson's daily objectives, but let's go ahead and jump right into the instructions and articles so that we can get that going. So again, it is due Friday, February 5th by 11:59 p.m. There are a lot of components to it. However, you're going to have all week during the week to be completing it. So in class, and so you'll have plenty of time. Okay, so his instructions start with you're going to choose a category that you'd like to read about. So it's sports, music, and gaming in the COVID pandemic. These are different articles than the ones that you have been discussing, but they're not too long. They're about maybe 2 pages each for each article. Once you decide what you want to focus on, you're going to scroll down to the categories below. It's at the end. And begin reading, and you're going to complete the informative text analysis, and I'll show you where that is in a minute. So again, each category consists of 2 informative texts, and you're going to want to pay close attention to the text structures. Which text structure is it? Why is that text structure being used? What is the main idea? And then what is the author's purpose? And again, this information as you're analyzing, you're going to use that to go back and complete the informative text analysis that I'm going to show you. Once you complete that, you're going to move on and complete the compare and contrast graphic organizer. It's the same one that you did last week, just now you're going to use the 2 articles that you've selected to fill that in. If you have any questions, you definitely need to let him know, or if you're having trouble accessing it, let him know, or even ask me if I'm here today, okay? So once you complete the compare and contrast graphic organizer, then you also need to fill out the informative essay outline. You're going to access that in the very similar fashion as to the compare and contrast, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, and then once you've done all those steps, you do need to construct a compare and contrast essay over the 2 chosen texts. But by the time you get to this step, it should be relatively easy because you will have used a graphic organizer to arrange your thoughts, and then you'll have the outline. And the outline does need to be completed in complete sentences. So it's pretty much like you're just piecing your essay together. That'll make it easier. So again, here are the texts. Here's the sports and COVID pandemic. To access all of them, you'll just click the button. You've done it before. It's pretty easy. And if you have any questions, let me know. Here are the music and COVID pandemic articles, and then here is the gaming and COVID pandemic articles. Again, if you have trouble accessing any of these, just let me or Mr. Johnson know. He will be back tomorrow, so you should be good to go on that. Now, that's the instructions and articles, but let's actually look at the components individually. So here is the informative text analysis assignment. What it's going to look like for you is like this. You'd hit start, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to answer all of these questions for each article. So there are 2 questions. So for article 1, you definitely need to know what is the name of the article, who is the author of the article, what's the text structure, how does the author utilize the text structure, what is the main idea, and what's the author's purpose. And so basically what you would do is just click in this box and then definitely number it so it makes it easy for Mr. Johnson to identify which ones you've answered. Once you've done that, again, you're going to do the same thing for article number 2, and then just review and submit. Pretty simple, pretty standard. You guys have been doing it for about 2 weeks now with him, so that should be pretty easy. So that's the first component. Then you have your compare and contrast organizer. This again is set up the same way the previous organizer was set up, and you're just going to click this link down here, and it's going to open a copy for you, and it will track it as you go, and then you'll just hit submit. Okay, do not change the font colors. You don't have to write in complete sentences. You can use bullet points, and make sure to include examples so it's easier for you when you're creating your essay. You don't have to go back all through the article again to find that. All right. So Then once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and do the informative essay outline. Again, you're going to just click the link down here. It's going to open a copy for you. This one, you do need to make sure to complete it completely, use complete sentences, and make sure that your sentences are grammatically correct so that you can just kind of move them over. And make sure to also include your examples. And it kind of lays it out for you. But again, if you have any questions, just let Mr. Johnson know. And then finally, when you've done all of that, you're going to want to go ahead and construct your essay. And so that's the informative text essay here. And the way it'll look for you is you're going to start the attempt. Here's our prompt. It's write an informative essay comparing and contrasting your two texts. You want to make sure to utilize your compare and contrast organizer and your informative essay outline. Write in complete and grammatically correct sentences. And utilize your new knowledge of commas and transitions to ensure that your essay is cohesive, which means that it goes together, and coherent, which means it makes sense. So basically, again, you'll just click in the box and you'll start typing. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to upload anything. Just enter your essay in here and then hit review and submit. And then once you've done that, you've completed the project. Again, remember this project is due in all its components by Friday, the 5th by 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, you definitely need to ask Mr. Johnson. If you have questions today, you can ask me. You can just email me at through Schoology, or you can also email me at andrea.garcia@kalinisd.org. And I will be sure to get back to you. Again, for the virtual kids, your daily attendance is going to pop up daily here so that you will have access to that. And if you have any trouble accessing any of the other information, again, feel free to reach out. So, final reminder, all components are due Friday, February 5th by 11:59 p.m. You need to make sure to complete the analysis, the compare contrast organizer, the outline, and then the actual essay. And the essay is a summative assignment, so definitely make sure to get that in. You guys have a great day.